where they live almost as an unequal. We failed the test of civility when this incident happened, the gruesome manner in which it has happened. Now, large discussions have taken place, various people have been consulted, some suggestions have been made. And I would urge the government that on areas on which there is a larger consensus in this House, with regard to the offences against women, we must legislate immediately. If there are some areas which require a further discussion, or in which two views do exist, there is no point rejecting them today. They can be put to appropriate parliamentary committees or parliamentary forums for discussions. But since most of the areas are agreed areas, we must go ahead and have immediate legislation in this regard. Finally, sir, we are at a very important, crucial stage in history. We look forward. It's very nice to say we have a young population, but what is the kind of legacy we are going to leave behind for the young population? And that is why I asked the government and the Prime Minister, how would you like history to judge you? Would you like history to judge you as a government which inherited a great legacy and for its own reasons blurred its own direction and didn't know which way to go? It slowed down growth rate. The country was involved in scandals and scams. And therefore, the last impression that you will give to history is probably this. You have very few days to erase this impression. What has happened in India in the last few years, sir, is the cause of serious concern. While preparing for this debate, sir, I was reading and I came across something said almost 2,000 years ago during Nero's regime by a Roman senator, Tacitus. You'll find a large number of very wise quotes by the senator 2,000 years ago. In fact, the first one is, in any country, more the number of laws, the greater will be the corruption. He was wise enough 2,000 years ago to realize this. And what he said, I thought he was saying about us, what he had said about at that time. And I'm quoting him, they have plundered the world, stripping naked the land in their hunger. They are driven by greed. If their enemy be rich by ambition, if poor, they ravage. They slaughter, they seize by false pretenses. And all of this they hail as construction of an empire. And when in their wake nothing remains but a desert, they call it peace. This is where the country is moving to. You still have a last opportunity to change its direction, to accelerate its pace. And therefore, unless you do that, I'm afraid, Renuka ji, I won't be able to support your motion. Thank you.